In 1920, Edward Thorndike conducted an experiment. Thorndike asked two commanding officers to evaluate their soldiers in terms of physical qualities, intellect, leadership skills, and personal qualities. On the experiment, it has been concluded that a soldier with a high rating of a particular quality, like being perceived as a good-looking individual, is correlated to high ratings of other characteristics. In Thorndike's words, ratings were apparently affected by a marked tendency to think of the person in general as rather good or rather inferior, and to color the judgments of the qualities by this general feeling. In layman's term, beautiful equals good and ugly equals bad. This experiment led Thorndike to coining as well as pioneering this cognitive bias, namely the halo effect. The halo effect is a type of cognitive bias in which our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character. A perception of a single trait can carry over to how people perceive other aspects of that person. This effect doesn't just affect our perceptions of people based on their attractiveness. It can also encompass other traits as well. People who are sociable or kind, for example, may also be seen as more likable and intelligent. The halo effect makes it so that perception of one quality led to biased judgments of other qualities. However, physical appearance is often a major part of the halo effect. Several different studies have found that when we rate people as good-looking, we also tend to believe that they have a positive personal traits and that they are more intelligent. One study even found that jurors were less likely to believe that attractive people were guilty of criminal behavior. The halo effect is still very much cemented even in today's society, and some actually even relate it to the pretty privilege. Beauty upholds a high value in privileges, but nothing was placed higher than those except for beauty standards. In today's world, it's not just simply being pretty anymore. For you to be called pretty, you now have to have this unrealistic beauty standard so people can actually praise you and call you beautiful. This in real life situation actually reminded me of a short film from Alter entitled Human Form. It starts with a young girl named Inhyung. Inhyung loves drawing as a kid, especially this very disproportionate face of a human. A face where it has a very distinguished V-line shape, small chinky eyes, thin lips, pointy yet small nose, and a very marble-like skin. And as she grows up, the portraits that she's been drawing is not just simply her art style. It was her dream face. So even in a young age, two high schoolers, Inhyung and her friend, went to a cosmetic surgery clinic. However, only Inhyung seems to be the only one who wanted to have a procedure. Her friend was just there to support her. Carrying her notebooks full of her drawings, Inhyung presented the face she wanted to have to the nurse. But the nurse rejected her request, saying that Inhyung's request has too much of a price that she knows Inhyung can pay. To which Inhyung replied, "How much exactly? To make me look like you." It was then revealed that the faces that Inhyung was drawing since she was a child was an inspiration not only by her mother's face, her sister's face, and also literally everyone's face. Even her dad's face looks exactly the same to everyone. Everyone got plastic surgery. Heck, even a dog got a plastic surgery. However, When Inhyung tries to address her concern about getting rejected for a plastic surgery procedure over family dinner, everyone from her family looks confused and mad, asking Inhyung, "Why do you need it?" To which Inhyung replied, "I needed it to do it for yearbook pictures," pertaining that she needs that procedure to be pretty because even though Inhyung is naturally very beautiful, she doesn't think of it that way because her natural face isn't matching the society's beauty standards. Family dinner ended with Inhyung's family not wanting to support her to be just like them. So she went outside and talked about her feelings to her friend, which is one of the few who doesn't have that plastic surgery. But as soon as she appears in front of Inhyung, her friend became one of them. Seeing her plastering the same face structure just like the others, Inhyung felt more insecure about herself. On her way home, Inhyung then saw a sign that appears to be a blessing in heaven for her, a free plastic surgery procedure. And then within a snap, Inhyung found herself signing a contract that will change her life forever. After hours of procedure, the doctors then untangled the bandages, hiding Inhyung with her new face. The end. No, that's not the end. It was not fully given, but Inhyung definitely died during the procedure. Her face was seen covered in blood, and you can hear the doctor saying, "Can you hear me? Can you open your eyes? I'm in trouble." And it was theorized that the doctors just simply hired a random girl and act as Inhyung. Because how can her family even recognize her anymore when she literally just looked like any other girls? And another theory was maybe her mother, her father, and her sister are an imposter too. The reason why they don't want her to get those surgery, not because they love her as a family, but maybe because they know the danger of that procedure, since they are a replacement of Inhyung's family. But no matter what different theories or interpretation people have in the short film, the message of how everyone is trying to use their face as part of a trend to comment into these crazy beauty standards just to fit in, even without realizing that you've slowly given up on living for yourself and started to just live to become just like everyone, was perfectly shown. And as much as I would like to think that this short film is simply just a distorted parody of today's world, if you actually look at it, it felt like this movie is on the verge of becoming reality.